Hey, okay, so this is our pre-workout. You're gonna need your mini band for this. So you're gonna start by placing the mini band just above your knees. And you have four-way steps that you're gonna do. So you're gonna do 25 each, and basically you're gonna do side steps to start with. So you're gonna just loosen your knees a little bit, and then keeping your hips, shoulders, and head level and stable as you go. You're just gonna step out and then step back towards each other. Leave a little bit of space, so your feet should never be closer than hip width apart. You're gonna step out and then step together. So you're pushing off that back leg and then step together. Push and step, push and step. So if you notice, I'm not rocking as I go. I don't wanna totally lock my knees out. I also don't wanna be in a super bend either. So it's just a loosening of the knees, and then you're pushing off the leg that's behind and then together. So you'll do 25 in one direction, and then again, you're not bobbing or rocking as you do that, and then you should be feeling that in your glutes. And then you'll do 25 back the other way, and then you're gonna do, they're called monster steps. So feet are shoulder width or slightly wider, and you're gonna step forward and step forward. So you're almost gonna roll through your foot as you go, and your knees wanna stay wide the whole time. So your goal is to try not to let the knees cave in. You wanna keep your knees pushing out into the band as you take those steps forward. And then you're gonna do 25 steps back. Again, same thing, keeping the knees wide, not letting them collapse in as you take those steps backwards. So 25 steps left, 25 steps right, 25 forward, 25 back, and that's 25 per leg. Then you're gonna come down. I guess you still need it on, keep it where it is, but bring it down to your ankles. And this is your band internal rotation. You're gonna do 15 per side. So all those last ones were kind of working on pulling the legs out, working the hips in that direction. This is working the hips in the other direction. So you're just gonna lay kind of in the fetal position. Just make sure that you're not overarching your back. So I'd almost rather you be tucked towards your knees, and then your knees are gonna stay glued together, and all you're gonna do is pull the top ankle away from the bottom ankle. Pause at the top and come back down. So you'll do 15 of these. So knees stay one on top of the other. Pull up with the outside. Make sure your foot just stays neutral, relaxed. It says it, you're not turning your toes up or turning your toes down, they're just relaxed. And pull up, pause, and come back down. So you'll do 15 on one side, and then flip and do 15 on the other side. Again, fetal position. You can rest your head down, rest your head up, doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure the knees are stacked on top of each other, and then you're just lifting the top foot away from the bottom foot, pause at the top, and come back down. 15 on that side, and then you can take the band off. And then you're gonna stand up and you're gonna do your standing leg swings, front, back, and then left and right. So you can hold on to whatever you wanna hold on to, or just stand next to a wall and put your hand on the wall just so you have some balance. So for this one, you wanna make sure that you are keeping your rib cage right over your hips, and you're not letting that open and close every time you swing your leg. So I usually tell people just start with less is more, and then you can get to a bigger leg swing. But again, you only want a leg swing that's big enough to still keep your torso stable. Okay, so the only thing that should be moving is the leg. You're gonna kick as far up and as far back as you can with keeping your core stable. So you're gonna do 10 forward and back. Then you can go to your side. So you're gonna go left and right. So again, put your hands on a wall. You're just gonna lean slightly in, so you're not completely upright. You are on a little bit of an angle. And then you're just gonna bring the leg across the body and out to the side. And again, your hips stay straight ahead as you do this, and your torso should stay stable as you do this as well. So you can start with smaller swings and then work to bigger swings. Then once you do that, you can go back to, I always do the inside leg of wherever I'm holding on to. So then you can go to your 10 front and back on the other leg, and then you'll go to 10 side, left and right on that side. Then you're gonna go to your standing hip circles, so still standing facing the wall or whatever you're holding on to, and you're gonna do a hip circle. So the knee's gonna come up, out, around, and through. Up, out, around, and through. Again, you wanna make sure you're kind of keeping that lower abdominals slightly braced and kind of pull back a little bit as you make those circles. And think about your leg is in a 90-degree angle, and all you're doing is drawing circles with your kneecap. And again, stable core. You're not, trying to really move the whole body as you go. We want to keep it nice and stable. So you'll do 5 one direction and then 5 back the other direction. So to do it facing you a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Again, I make a 90-degree with my knee. I'm bringing that lower abdominals back a little bit, and then I'm coming up, out, around, and down. Up, out, around, and down. And doing that for 5 circles, and then switch direction. So go back, out, up and around, back, out, up and around, and you'll make those circles. Almost like you're trying to step up and over a gate when you do that. So that's your pre-workout. If you want to add a bonus at the end, you could do a hip hike. These really get like the hips working for running. So what you would do is just stand like you would normally stand. You'll take maybe just lift the heel off of, let's say you're standing on your left, lift the heel off of your right foot, so all of your pressure is on your left leg. You want to kind of go into maybe a little bit of a pelvic tilt, so kind of tucking under a little bit, just so you're not overextended. And so from here, all you're going to do is drive your left foot into the ground, which kind of just, you can feel yourself lifting up towards the sky. And that just gets this glute to fire. You're going to just pause and then relax. So again, you're going to drive your heel into the ground. It's a very small, subtle movement, but you will feel that. You should anyway feel that in your glute. And you could do maybe 5 or 10 of those. Come up, drive the foot through the ground, you come up, pause for maybe 3 to 5 seconds and relax, and then you can do it on the other side. So this is just primes the hips and gets them to have that nice control when you are going from foot to foot as you're running. So give those a try and enjoy your pre-workout.